Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'm here to do my May wrap up. Can you believe it's already June? I cannot believe it's already June. Like, we are halfway through the year. Can you believe this? I have exams this month, so let's do my wrap up. So first thing this month, I read in an hour this small play that people here in Portugal during high school read in the second. We have 3 years of high school, so in the second year of high school they read this, and I didn't get to it while I was here, and we don't study this in Brazil. So I in an hour I just read it. It's Frei Luís Sousa by Almeida Garrett. It's a play. It's a drama. It's a romantic play. So it has it's a tragedy and all that. So it's very, oh my god, shit is going down all the time. And it's actually fun to read because it's so dramatic. Then I managed to finish and actually quite enjoyed The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I started this book in March, I believe, and I thought I would get through it during the readathon, but I didn't. And so it was sitting on my shelves because I had books, and I still have books to read for school. I mean, I don't have to read them because they're all studied by now, but I'm missing 3 chapters which I cannot finish, and I have to, and will take me 2 hours, but it's such a struggle because I always fall asleep during that book. So anyway, this book I managed to finish, and in the end it all made sense. Oh my god. So this book, The Fifth Way, is about Cassie, who thinks she's one of the last people on Earth, and Earth is being invaded by aliens. You probably heard about this story. It's The Fifth Wave. It's being adapted to a movie. This book was a journey. In the beginning, it's really hard to tell whether you're gonna love it or hate it. I didn't know what was happening, which point of view I was reading from. Every time you are introduced to a new point of view, you are not told the name of the character, you're not told you're reading from another point of view. So you just get that because you're in a different setting and with a different tone than you were in the chapter before. After the middle of it, you get used to it. You know that there are 3 points of view. 2 of them appear more than the other, and you kind of in the beginning you're like, no, I want to go back to Casey because Casey is the main character. I want to read her point of view. But then the two characters from which point of view you read get interesting, the 2 points of view. So you start doing all the connections, and in the end it's slightly a lot, I don't know, mind-blowing. When I started to understand everything and who was lying and who was not, I was like, yes, hallelujah, I'm understanding it now, thank you. And then the end, I was like, I want more. So took advantage of the fact that my dad went to Brazil this week, and he got me the second volume, The Infinite Sea, because I read the first one in a Brazilian edition. So I thought, why not, read the second one. This one is so short. I mean, I can actually, this is only one of the books that I might read in June, or that I will allow myself to read if I want to. But I want to study. That's my main goal. So I ended up giving 4 stars on Goodreads to The Fifth Wave. I don't know if it was a 4, if it was a 4.5. I was so on the fence about rating this book. I hate rating books. And then I found some bargains on Kindle. I had heard about this book before in the BookTube community, and I thought it would be fun, but then I gave up on reading it because I would have to buy a physical copy, and I didn't want to spend so much money on a contemporary YA, which I know is very weird for me. I love contemporary YA, but I never buy it physical copies. But so I found this book for less than €3, I don't know. But I was like, I'm in the mood for some contemporary, so I'm gonna read it. That was The Distance Between Us by Casey West. Casey West released a new book this year, which was The Fill-In Boyfriend, and because people were talking about The Fill-In Boyfriend, I remember the fact that I've wanted in the past to read this book, so I just went and bought it and read it in a day. What I expected from this book was given to me. There was some stuff that weren't resolved as I would have liked them to be. There wasn't as much deepness as maybe I wanted or I thought the story could have had. But I mean, it was really enjoyable. The loves and the feels were all there, and it was really enjoyable to read and really fast. And it kind of stayed with me. I still remember the story. So I mean, I would recommend if you want some contemporary YA, fluffy romantic stuff, because I'm I love that stuff when I'm like reading big books, because I don't feel so guilty about it, because they're on my Kindle. They're not physical copies that I can look at and regret, like not reading the books that are mandatory to read. And they like I read them in a day, so they're not taking up that much time. Right? So yeah, I read that, and then I was watching one of Benjamin of Tom's videos, and it talks about a free book that was on Kindle, and usually they are not free here as well. They're just free on the UK, or only free on US or Canada or wherever. This book was free here, like totally free, so I got it just because. And because I had nothing to read one day, like I had nothing with me, no book at all, just my phone, no tablets, just my phone, and I had one book downloaded there in case of emergency, which was this one, and it happened. I needed it. I needed an emergency book, so I started reading it and read a bit of it, and I was like, in 2 days, I was like, I don't know if I should continue on, but then I just read it just so I could finish a book, well, one more for the count. And I mean, it was enjoyable. It was Darkness of Light by Stacey Mary Brown. I think she's a self-published author or something like that. She's not a mainstream author. That's why her books are cheap on Kindle. So Darkness of Light is about a girl who has some weird things going on, like things go weird around her, and she has no justification for that. Also, she has two eyes that are iridescent, with two different colors, and a crazy hair that's turned slightly red by its own and not because she painted it. And then there's this very dark boy with a very toned body, new adult basically. So that was the plot. I did enjoy it. It is new adult and not YA, so be aware of that. So what annoyed me was not the fact that you were like the more specific content, which was not very specific. It was the insta love aspect, or not love, but like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, ah, and then they like have no conversation. I did find that they prolonged the suspense a lot. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like the pacing or the dialogue. It had a pretty juvenile writing or sound, or I don't know how to say it, but it sounded not adult. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, which were probably 2.5, but I just didn't want to make a review. So yeah, just know that it was probably a 2.5. I finally managed to buy books. I was saving money to buy some books at the Lisbon Book Fair, and the Lisbon Book Fair is going on now. It started in last Thursday, today is Monday, the 1st of June, and it ends on 14th of June. So we have more than 2 weeks of fair, and I've already done some damage to my savings. A pretty big damage. I'm touching them right now, but I will not show you them. You'll have to come back and see them in the next video, which we're gonna be probably my Lisbon Book Fair book haul or my vlog. I have no idea, because I will probably go back there while it's still going. So that was my May wrap up. I have no idea if anything made sense. If you have read these books and you want to leave a comment, leave it down below. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up or subscribe. All my media stuff is in the description box. Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Go and check them out. And I will see you soon with another video. Bye!